Right, day 3, Quebec. We're gonna give ourselves little boosts of some Mountain Ups Ignite, help us stay awake on that blind, and fire it up and ready for some more Quebec bear action. Tonight, hopefully we just get to see some more wildlife. We had a snowshoe hare come in last night. That was pretty cool. We watched it for a while. Almost had a squirrel come in the blind. Got to watch a bunch of birds do crazy rain dances. Like those hammering down. They were just out there strutting their stuff, drying off. So stuff happening. Hopefully bears. It's long sits. You know, we're going in the stands 3 o'clock until 9:30ish. When it's getting dark. So long time sitting on that Orion, but hopefully we get to see some more wildlife doing wild things tonight. We got into the stand and weather was a little nicer, had some squalls come through. The first bear showed up at 5:30. Presented, showed itself well. Eventually I decided that was a bear that I would take if it came back and presented me a good shot. And when it came back, it just didn't. It stayed guarded down on the far side of the barrel and then feeding, and then it just took off for an unknown reason, and that is just part of it. Didn't come back. Another really nice boar showed up, a nice male. You could see it, I would shoot her right off the bat, and came in close. Wind did something. I don't know if it's another bear he didn't like, a more dominant bear, or who knows, but he didn't even hit the barrel before he just took off. Then the fireworks of the evening started when a huge sow with I guess 1.5-year-old cubs, pretty big, good sized cubs, came in and just gave us a show for an hour. Cubs were playing some, they'd spook, they'd run up trees, she'd get them back down, she'd call to them, she'd kind of scope the area. She was definitely the boss of that zone last night. And she was there all the way until the end. One bear was up a tree actually when the guy came back to pick us up, and we didn't know how that was going to play out. once he was banging an axe on a tree, she kind of took off and they all split and no fireworks erupted. And in the meantime, while all this was playing out, Brian was in his stand a couple hours away and had a nice boar come in with a beautiful Quebec white patch on it.
So first bear came in and I knew it was bigger than a certain area that I was looking for. It had a white chest, which is kind of typical to northern, very northern parts of North America. About 10 or 20% have a nice white patch that kind of signifies this species of black bear. So saw it came in, did a bit of a stand up, looking around and checking the scent. So I was comfortable with the size being first bear hunt. Turned around and saw that it was a male. So comfortable, it didn't have any cubs waiting off in the distance in the woods. So for about another hour, tried to get a shot and just couldn't. Kept moving around, and at the moment I knew I was gonna shoot, drew back and it took off running. I thought that was it for the night. Starting to get dark, and sure enough, it came sneaking back in real slowly. This time I knew, wait for its head to get down and start feeding, was able to draw, turn, and got a nice shot.
So happy, we have a bear in camp. Now it's quartered, it's in the freezer, and now we can just go on and try and fill my tags.